is a famous Pokemon slogan that's been tossed around for almost 3 decades now. But today it's gotta type them all. Because we're on PokemonQuiz.com to see if we can type every single Johto Pokemon in order and in under 5 minutes. In order to do that, we're gonna have to make a story that's engaging enough that we can remember the entire dex. So let's get into it. I think I've made a story that you guys will really like. Basically, there's a village, and they have a squirrel infestation, so this owl comes and eats all of them. So they throw a party for him, with insects. But then this bat comes and eats all of them, which makes the anglerfish sad, so he shoots lightning. But then these babies come and form an energy shield to protect it. So they hire a wise bird who says that the owl is actually evil, so they all start attacking it. And they throw a party for the babies and the bat with dancers and a bodyguard. Then these guys come and say that they're there for the party, but they end up just being there to cause chaos. These guys are also trying to enter the village, but with the guard of the sunflowers. They end up taking over. But there's also a rune who's trying to attack them, and this iron ball that's trying to break through the wall. They ended up breaking through, along with a bunch of his friends. But they hire this rat to slather honey on all of the enemies, so then these bears come and attack them. Then this snail turns everyone to lava. And then this mammoth turns everyone to ice. And then these guys turn it into an ocean. And then these guys turn it into a desert. So then this futuristic animal comes and says, "Hey, everyone, stop fighting." So he turns it into a nice plain area with a nice school for everyone to learn. Everyone rides to school on the deer, including the teachers and the children. They get their lunch from the school animals, including a cow and a person with eggs. But one day, these 3 mean dogs came and blew up the school with fire, tsunamis, and massive lightning bolts. So Godzilla gets mad and stomps on all of them. But then, these guys' boss, the dog's boss, throws Godzilla in the sky and starts attacking it. Then Godzilla falls to the floor, and this little cute green fairy person, onion person, appears and snaps everyone back into existence, back to the ancient times. The end. Basically, the story was to help me memorize the whole dex, so now it's going to be the actual challenge. And I recommend going 2 times speed because this might take a bit, and I'm not going to be talking too much during the thing. So, yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. To chased away, and then the party, so Mareep, Flaffy, Ampharos. Then we had right, the dancer, so Blossom. Then the enterers, so Azumarill, and then Sudowoodo, and then Politoed, and then Hoppip, Skiploom, Jumpluff, and then there was the other guard, and then there was those other enterers, so Sunkern, Sunflora, then Yanma, then Wooper, Quagsire, and then Espeon and Umbreon. And then they took over, and then they had the bodyguards, which were Murkrow, Slowking, and Miss Drevis. Then they had Unknown, who was fighting them, and then they had some more bodyguards, which were Wobbuffet, Girafarig, and then they had the dudes who were trying to enter, Fortress, and then they had the other guys who came, so Dunsparce and Gligar, and then they had the guys who broke in, so Steelix, Snubble, Granbull, Quillfish, Scizor, Shuckle, Heracross, and then there was the rodent who spread the honey, and then there were the bears, so Teddiursa and Ursa Ring. Then there was the dude who turned everyone to lava, so Slugma and Magcargo. And there was the guy who turned everyone to ice, so Swinub and Piloswine. Then there was Corsola and Remoraid Octillery. And then there was Delibird and Mantine and Skarmory, Houndour, Houndoom. And they had Kingdra, and then Fanpy, Donphan. Right, and then they had the school, so Porygon 2. And then they had the deer, so Stantler, teacher, Smeargle, STEM, so Tyrogue, Hitmontop, Smoochum, Elekid, Magby. Then they had Miltank and Blissey for the school lunches. Then they had the dogs blow everyone up. Then they had Godzilla, so Larvitar, Pupitar, and Tyranitar. And then they had the two bosses. And then they had the fairy tournament time. 4:34, let's go. Thank you guys for watching. If you really liked this video, I hope you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one. I plan to release Hoenn pretty soon. Thank you guys. Bye.